but also you're a toy company, but somebody else makes all your. You have to go to Hero Forge to get custom minis. You can't get an Elephantine mini that's an official product, except for in this one little 6-pack somewhere. You can't get a female Elephantine at all. You can't. The Elephantine that's in that product is wielding a mace. That's the only Elephantine you can get. I'm sure there's other classes and races. There's examples of this, but unless you go to like a Hero Forge and get a custom mini built, you can't get that as an official licensed product. You can't get that from Hasbro. Hasbro's a toy company. Every class, subclass, and race, every combo out there should be available from Hasbro. I mean, these cost the same as like Green Army Men to make. They could make them by the boatloads for next to nothing. There should be no reason a toy company's not producing these things. Battle mats and dry erase battle mats. Why are we going to third-party people for simple products like that instead of an officially one made by Hasbro?
I think a lot of it has to do is they were so much worried about getting the cards and the books that aren't selling out because somebody has convinced them that that's what players want, and it's not what it's not what players need. Players need, like you're saying, we want the minis, we want the mats, we want.
And you're only going to buy the book you need to play the game, and maybe if they were making I still think they should make player handbook, class handbooks like they used to the complete book of fighters, complete book of elves. Cool. Those kind of things like they used to make, which were targeted at the players instead of trying to get the DMs to be the only ones buying books, is kind of dumb.
Well, I mean, we've talked about that in the past where, sometimes you don't know when you buy a book, you don't know who the book is for, whether it's for the DMs or whether it's for the players. And sometimes they put both in there thinking that, you're going to want to buy it, but there's not enough on one side or the other to justify spending the price on these books.
Yeah, so. And when you every new campaign and you have a new character, you're buying a new mini. It's not like the book, you may only buy a new book once a year. If you're playing in 3 games, you may be buying 3 new character minis. If you're DMing these games, how many people are using tokens like we use tokens with numbers on them for our monsters? Because you can't just buy complete sets of all the monsters in the monster manual in hordes.
I would even go further to say you don't even have to be a DM, just a player. Yeah. How many? I mean, look at Felix. Felix has got how many blessed minis? Look how many Bolg's got. You've got. I've got even a bunch of mine left over.
And they cost almost nothing for these huge companies to mass produce. You produce extra. You bought too many. You stuff them into a mystery pack, and you resell them. 5 minis for the price of 1, but you don't know what you're getting. And just like the trading cards, that it becomes the random booster pack gamble that people will just pick up for the fun of it.
Oh yeah.
Really. Right now, one of the biggest what was it? I was reading one of the biggest impulse buys at toy stores and game stores and things like that are the blind bag minis. Like just grabbing them and going because they're like $4 and you get a random thing. Well, do that. Put 3 minis in there, randomly assorted. There you go. There's $5 that you didn't have, minus the cost of production.
All right, I think Hasbro needs to hire us.
Instead, Hasbro puts out like the. I don't know if you saw those things that went to the bargain store.
Ollie's?
Ollie's, yeah, the Ollie's. It's a $110 board game.
Oh yeah. No, I saw that.
Why on earth are you producing a $110 board game?
Because they don't know what they've gotten away from saying, "Hey, what do the players want?" And that's always been my argument.
Well, and part of it is that they think that kids don't play with toys anymore. So they want to get into the video game sphere and they want to get into but if toys are your core competency, you should be producing you produce toys to get out of the spot you're in.